Johnny Cheap cleaning out the pantry with some beans and the freezer with some ribs left over from I smoked them this fall for our family meat fest. So I got some leftover pork, St. Louis spare ribs. I did get some potato salad. I'm cheating. Potato salad. We love this. The Reese's potato salad, the deviled egg one. I do kick it up a little bit. And I thought I had beans in the pantry. I knew I had a can of beans, and I thought it was the KC Masterpiece barbecue baked beans that I got at Dollar Tree, but it was actually Van Camp's pork and beans. I got these like a year ago thinking, oh, I'm going to do a throwback of that because when I was a kid, a can of Van Camp's, the beans with that little half-inch piece of fat in it. And that's what I had. I didn't have the barbecue. So I'm going to do what I can to make these a little bit more like baked beans, barbecue baked beans. Let's get started. All right, I'm heating up the oven. I'm going to get my beans going. I've never done this before. My mom made the best baked beans. I couldn't replicate them, so I don't make them. And as I said, I have Van Camp's pork and beans, and this is just in tomato sauce.
That always reminds me of my friend whose mom made chili by just adding hamburger to the pork and beans.
Oh, no.
No spices, no nothing. I was so disappointed.
Well, I'm going in with the pork and beans.
Are you going to pick out the little...
Well, no, I'm not going to pick it out, but I want to find it. This is like when you used to get a box of cereal as a kid, and it's like, where's the prize? Where's the prize?
Maybe they don't have it.
No. Oh, no. Oh, it's got to be in there, doesn't it? Where is the pork?
I don't know. Maybe they don't do that anymore.
Well, it says pork. I don't think I'm missing it. I don't see it. It may be just really, really tiny now. I mean, it used to be. You found it right away.
It was obvious.
All right. So to this, I'm going to add. I just minced up some onion here. So I'm going to go in with that because that's a fine addition to baked beans. To that, I'm going to add. This is all the brown sugar I have left. Not much. Mrs. Cheap, we need to get more. Oh, that's probably enough for this. I'm going to add a little bit of my Memphis barbecue rub. This is our favorite. We do this on pork. And that's got brown sugar and just some other spices. And I'm going to add some cookies to get that hickory flavor in there. Just a little barbecue sauce. Shout out to my buddy Speed at Cookies. Here we go.
Well, Cookies barbecue sauce is the barbecue sauce that America loves to eat.
They have so many different, even a Korean barbecue sauce. They got great products and a great local Iowa company. All right, I'm just going to mix this up. I got the oven. And this is one of those things where I say, do I do the oven at 350 or 400? I can't remember, so I do 375. Go in the middle. I still don't see that pork in there. So that's what we're going with. If you got a suggestion for something else to add to this, oh, I did see a little Worcestershire. Let me grab some. Just a little. Couple splashes. I don't know if we need that or not. And my mom used to put strips of bacon across the top. I'm not going to do that though. We're just doing quick. And if it's not good, I don't want to waste the bacon, if you know what I mean. There we go. I'm going into the oven. We're going to get this going. And our ribs, to reheat those, is just going to be a few minutes. So into the oven we go with the baked beans from scratch. So I can smell the beans are about ready. So we are going to add our ribs. Look at that. Some nice ribs. Just got to heat these up. So there we are. There's our, pork and beans turned into barbecue beans. I hope. There's our ribs all done. And Mrs. Cheap and I like our ribs pretty dry. Now, when I make these, I do the I do the rub on them, smoke them, and then I finish them at the end with a little of the hickory barbecue sauce, the cookies. So they've had a slight thing of sauce, but we like them fairly dry. Here's our pork and beans.
We never did find the pork.
We never did. Kind of soupy. And there's our, I just added the green onions to this potato salad that makes it really good.
It's not your mom's potato salad though.
It's not, but it is pretty close. Well, not pretty close, but it's close enough for us. So let's get some beans on here. Homemade, right? I mean, they're out of a can, but
Homemade-ish.
exactly. And a couple of ribs. I know the ribs are good. I know the potato salad is good, but I got to try these beans because that's something I made that I've never done before. Those beans look tiny. We never found the fat or the pork. I would add twice as much brown sugar and twice as much hickory smoked barbecue sauce. But those are good. And the onions add something too. That's a good way to kick up the just ham and beans or pork and beans. Yeah. Those are good. All right, tater salad. Awesome. And these ribs, left over from our meat fest, and I had them cut individually and then vacuum sealed them and froze them. Those are good. I may add a little sauce. And they will be perfect. There you go, out of the freezer, the pantry, with John H. Cheap.